So आज हमारे साथ है साक्षी गिनोडिया. So साक्षी has consented to be part of this podcast, and the reason why I chose to bring her on this podcast is the fact कि सीकर राजस्थान and a lot of prejudices कि लड़कियां मैथ्स नहीं ले सकती हैं, लड़कियां हॉस्टल नहीं जा सकती हैं, लड़कियां करियर नहीं बना सकती हैं. She has fought all such prejudices in her life and come to a stage where she is IIT Guwahati, IIM Ahmedabad, and उसने strategy में top notch organizations में काम किया है, listed companies like PI Industries and Bajaj. आज chairman office में है वहाँ पे. So Sakshi, welcome to this show. मतलब मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रही है कि you are here on this show. And what are your first thoughts? ये IIT plus IIM टैग जो है ये इंडिया में बहुत ही प्रेशियस माना जाता है. मतलब तुमको ये मिलके कैसा लग रहा है, एंड मतलब क्या करना पड़ता है इसके इसमें जाने के लिए?
Hi Anurag, thank you for the such warm welcome. Truly
हम्म.
speaking, मुझे इतना कुछ बड़ा नहीं लगता है. आई थिंक जैसे सबका
मिलने
अपना
का तो
कुछ
साक्षी नहीं
पैशन हो.
लगेगा ना, ये तो चक्कर है इस संसार का. जिसके पास नहीं होता उसको लगता है कि अरे IIT प्लस IIM है ये लड़की.
आई मीन आपको अगर ऐसा डेफिनेटली सी हार्ड वर्क जाता ही है टू
हाँ.
टू क्रैक दीज एग्जाम्स. बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम एग्जाम्स, योर लाइक हार्ड वर्क, I think the luck also matters a lot. And
हाँ.
I would just say that I am quite blessed in that way, uh, by the blessings of my parents and with the Almighty's kindness, I got through these exams and I got to study in such prestigious colleges and
हाँ.
got to network with such good peoples. And I mean, I never thought in my life कि मैं इतना भी करूंगी. Coming from a very humble background, I didn't have this much expectations from life also. So I am just thankful to the God that उन्होंने इतना मुझे साथ दिया and the God has been very kind to me.
ओह फैंटास्टिक. सो बेसिकली जैसे तुमने कहा कंसिस्टेंसी चाहिए,
Hmm.
थोड़ा लक
Right.
चाहिए, बट कुछ एक स्ट्रैटेजी भी तो होती होगी ना कि व्हाट डज इट टेक टू गेट इनटू दिस क्लब. IIT क्रैक करने के लिए शायद मैथ्स अच्छा होना चाहिए, या फिजिक्स केमिस्ट्री अच्छा होना चाहिए, और फिर IIMs के लिए फिर डेटा इंटरप्रिटेशन, लॉजिकल रीजनिंग. तो ये सब तुमने फिर कैसे किया?
The most important thing is being consistent and like understanding the concepts. सिर्फ
हाँ.
रटने से नहीं होता है. If you know the basic reason why things are happening, or if you know the main logic behind the chemistry, physics or maths, then you don't have to mug up anything. You don't
हम्म.
have to learn anything if your understanding is very very strong. So I would
हम्म.
say कि for me, I was very attentive in my classes. I used to listen, understand the scientific reasoning behind everything that was taught to us, so that I don't have to mug up anything in any of the exam. So iske liye hi, let's say, like for me, maths worked in my favor because I really have interest in that subject and I think I'm quite good in it too. सो मैं आज भी कुछ भूली नहीं हूँ मुझे, क्योंकि मेरा अंडरस्टैंडिंग स्ट्रॉन्ग था. द कोर अंडरस्टैंडिंग इटसेल्फ वाज वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग. सो you whatever you are like being you're studying, you should understand it very deeply. If you're just mugging it up, it won't help you in a very long run. So I do believe that consistency along with proper focus and understanding, you can crack any exam.
So consistency is what you keep saying, and I think that's very fair point. अच्छा एक चीज बताओ, जैसे सबको लगता है IIT प्लस IIM में जाने से तो भैया गजब हो जाता है, मतलब प्रोज ही प्रोज है. एक्चुअल प्रोज क्या होते हैं, मतलब क्या एडवांटेजेस हैं इस क्लब में जाने के, और क्या कुछ डिसएडवांटेजेस भी हैं इस क्लब में जाने के?
On advantage side, I see ki you don't have to, keep proving yourself. Like your entry is very your entrance to anything becomes very easy. If you are from this prestigious club of IIT and IIM, you apply to it and people take it for granted that you are hardworking, you are smart, you are intelligent. so you don't your entry barriers are not that high. So that is one definitely advantage. And second advantage is the network which these colleges provide. You are working with very smart, the smartest of the people in the country, and then they all would be doing very good in their career. And you know them, you have network with them, so they definitely help you in the later part of your careers too. So these two things are the biggest advantage which I see in this club. And on the disadvantage side, I see the expectations. Like can fail, but if we make mistakes, it creates a bad reputation for the college. So we always have that baggage of expectations that we have to perform good, we have to do good, we have very less scope of making mistakes, because people keep on judging us through our college name.
सेंस सो बेसिकली अच्छा फिर ये बताओ कि जैसे कॉन्वोकेशन था तो तुम्हारा आईएम में भी हुआ, आईआईटी में भी हुआ, तो आईआईटी वाज द फर्स्ट कॉन्वोकेशन एंड आईएम
Right.
अहमदाबाद वुड हैव हैड अ मार्जर थिंग, मतलब मच लार्जर थिंग कि भाई यू हैव सीमेंटेड इट बोथ, मतलब आईआईटी प्लस आईएम, तो फर्स्ट
Hmm.
से ज्यादा प्यार हुआ कि आईआईटी प्लस आईएम वाले में ज्यादा खुशी हुआ?
Uh, so IIT was my first experience out of the town, out of the city. I'm like, and मैं मेरे घर से
सीकर छोड़
पहली
के?
जो, yeah. So I am the first one in my family to come out of Seeker, go out of the city for education, and that too to such a good college. And
हम्म.
then, like, whenever like by the time I completed my graduation, I already had a admission letter for from IIMA. So that itself was like a too much of proud moment for the family. So IIT में I would say कि IIT के ग्रेजुएशन के टाइम पर इट वाज स्टिल वेरी चाइल्डिश वाला थिंग कि हाँ ठीक है, इट्स ओके, वी हैव डन ग्रेजुएशन, बट ग्रेजुएशन
हम्म.
का वैल्यू इतना नहीं है, शायद करियर में इतना इम्पोर्टेंस नहीं रहेगा इसका. एंड देन
हम्म.
ऑल्सो like in IIT my branch was biotechnology, which is a very good scope outside India, but if you see within India, the scope for R&D is very limited. Like our country has very less focus on R&D compared to
यस.
the foreign countries. So that is why while I was in IIT, there was always little insecurity that maybe we have done uh, like BTech from IIT, but with respect to career, there was always some insecurity because there are no such good job opportunities for the stream I have studied in. Whatever
हम्म.
you study, the job would always be related to coding or to analytics, but not to the core area of biotechnology. So
हाँ.
with respect to what I have studied, the job opportunities were not aligned to it. But after I did my IIM, everything was in align. Like my work would was completely aligned with whatever I have studied, and I could use them, implement those things in my career too. So that was different happiness. And then definitely I am like, more than IIT, I would say people give more preference to IIMs. So that was like a very prestigious moment for the family. If you think like IIT, my college was IIT Guwahati. That would be number 7 in the country.
हम्म.
But IIM Ahmedabad is the number 1 in the country. So definitely a proud moment for the family. And it was a very, very happy moment for us. Like I would say I was more happy after IIMA than I was in IIT.
Perfectly, very well explained. एक और आईआईटी वर्सेस आईएम, where do you make more friends, आईआईटी और आईआईएम?
I think I made more friends in IIM because till IIT I was very introvert. Like I won't talk to much people. I was very
हाँ.
shy, and I just had 2 to 3 set of friends, and I would just speak to them, not interact much, not socialize much. But then in IMA, I actually opened to more people. That is where I started interacting more, took a lot of leadership positions while in IIT. I just used to go classes, come back, and do nothing else. No,
तो वो
no,
ट्रिगर क्या
not.
था, मतलब सडनली इंट्रोवर्ट साक्षी एक एक्सट्रोवर्ट साक्षी कैसे बनी, मतलब क्या रियलाइजेशन हुआ कि ये चेंज आया?
I think the realization started in the 8th semester of my graduation. Like I was just thinking that I have completed my graduation, but actually not interacted with much people. And while I was in such a good college, I had so much exposure. Still, I didn't enjoy my college life to the level I should have done. And definitely, maturity also comes in. Like while the at the time of entry into IIT, I was just 18. While at the time of entry into IIMA, I was 22. Maturity also kicks in a little. So that changed a little, and definitely a lot of introspection at the end of my graduation. That in these last 4 years, after after like having studied in such a good college, what extra have I done to improve my personality? So that helped
तो ये
me take
रियलाइजेशन
lot of
अंदर से ही
initiatives
आता है,
in
मतलब
IIMA.
कोई ऊपर से नहीं देता है कि भाई कोई एक्सटर्नल पुश कर
No,
दिया,
no, no.
अंदर से ही आता है कि भाई मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, क्या कर रही
Yes,
हूँ एंड
yes. True. So at the end of like while I was applying for jobs to in my during my IIT, when just before the placement season, I was just thinking that what have I done extra to make, like, I just have good academics, I have good marks, but is that sufficient to do well in your career? So at that point of time, I did a lot of thinking that maybe I should change a little.
मेक सेंस, ये सही है। और ये मेरे को सबसे अच्छा पार्ट इसमें ये लग रहा है कि ये रियलाइजेशन अंदर से आता है इंसान को। मतलब हम लोग बहुत
See,
इंट्रोवर्ट्स को
until
सोचते हैं पुश करें, अरे तुम एक्सट्रोवर्ट बनो। जिस दिन उसको खुद समझ में आ जाएगा कि भाई एक्सट्रोवर्ट होने से उसको क्या एडवांटेजेस है और इंट्रोवर्ट होने से क्या डिसएडवांटेजेस है, तो वो अपने
and for any change, it is always you can only change anything in yourself if it is coming from yourself. Any push won't help you. People can say anything, but जब तक आपको खुद फील ही नहीं हो रहा है कि मुझे खुद में चेंज करने की जरूरत है, आप नहीं चेंज हो सकते हो. And even if you do in such situations, it will be very temporary change, because as a human we always tend to go to our original personality.
हाँ एब्सोल्युटली, देयर इज अ टेंडेंसी टू स्लिप बैक, अरे मैं तो बचपन से ही इंट्रोवर्ट हूँ, अरे यार ठीक है वही अच्छा है।
True. So unless you realize it yourself and strongly want to change something in you, you can't change. Any push will be very, very temporary.
Oh, absolutely. अच्छा, now if I make a slight distinction between friendship and networking, ठीक है, तो in an IIT or IIM environment, let's say for one friend that you make, maybe you make 20 connections networking. तो
True.
अगेन IIT वर्सेस IIM में तुम्हारा नेटवर्किंग एक्सपीरियंस कैसा रहा, कि मतलब कहाँ ज्यादा नेटवर्किंग हुआ, आज के डेट पे भी कहाँ ज्यादा फायदा होता है?
I would say because right now my career is towards management. So I think IIM network is helping me more than IIT network, because that is still into tech, and I have completed digress from that area. So for me, IIM network is helping me more. Regarding, if you say that in IIT it was purely friendship, there was no networking. While in IIM, I would say it was friendship plus networking. I do have very, very close friends from IIM, and definitely they are not only for networking, but there are many other batchmates which I am closely connected with, but maybe they are more for the network purpose and less for the friendship.
वेल सेड, वेल सेड। तो फ्रेंड्स प्लस कनेक्शंस इन आईएम्स, मतलब एस आईएम इज नॉट ओनली फॉर नेटवर्किंग, आईएम में भी फ्रेंड बनते हैं। और कुछ डॉम का भी चक्कर है ना आईएम अहमदाबाद में, कि आप एक डॉम से होते हैं तो डॉम लॉयल्टी भी होती है।
In IIM, so that will be true for IIT also and IIM also. In IIT, we would have hostels, and there would be like definitely IIT में एक ही गर्ल्स हॉस्टल था, तो वो गर्ल्स बॉन्डिंग डिफरेंट थी. IIMs में दे आर स्मॉलर डॉर्म्स, मे बी 20 रूम्स इन अ डॉर्म ओनली. तो वो 20 लोगों का जो ग्रुप होता है, दैट इज वेरी क्लोज नेट फॉर श्योर. सो बट वो भी जो होता है, that can also be called as networking only instead of friendship. Maybe not every dorm will have friendship. There can be networking in that too. But yeah, like there are different groups in IIMs. Like there will be section group, there will be dorm group, there will be your batch group. So there are different level of groups in IIM.
सो एक इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन है मेरे पास कि जनरली मेरी भी दो बेटियां हैं, and women still face a lot of stereotypes, although we have come far way from मे बी, जैसे कि मेरे मम्मी के टाइम शायद 10 के बाद 12 करना बहुत बड़ा बात था और कॉलेज जाने ही नहीं मिला था.
Right.
What are the kind of stereotypes that you have overcome in your life?
So my biggest stereotype would be coming out of my home only. So I think in my life, like you are saying IIT and IIM as an achievement, I don't feel like they are my biggest achievements. For me, first achievement would be when I broke a stereotype of a girl taking a math. So I remember that after my 10th, when I wanted to take science along with maths, in Seeker there were only two coachings. So when we had gone to the coaching for the admission, they had
हाँ.
advised that you being a girl, please take science along with bio. Don't take maths. Maths is not meant for girls. You should not take. You should take bio. Be a doctor. You can go to any city and work in any city. You won't have to look for jobs in a metro city only. Being a female, you'll get married. You should stay, and you should be, you should be able to move as per your husband's job and like that.
अरे
And
ये
along
क्या
with that,
मतलब है?
girls,
अच्छा.
these are the stereotypes that women face. And along with that, people also think that women are not that good, not that good in mathematics, where you require a lot of logical thinking. Maybe they are better
हाँ.
in maybe they are better in biology, where you have to just mug up things
हाँ,
and
रटने में अच्छी होती है लड़कियां.
हाँ, रटने में अच्छी है, लॉजिकल दिमाग नहीं है उनका. So this was
हाँ.
one of the stereotype, and my coaching teacher had advised me कि you take science with bio, but I never had interest in bio. I can never mug up. So I was like, yeah, I can perform better if I can understand things instead of mugging it up. So I want science maths only because I am more interested in mathematics. So and I definitely went ahead with it. And after 6 months, that same teacher called my father and told that she has changed my mindset now. Because after 6 months
अरे
also,
वाह.
I might be lagging behind in physics and chemistry, but never in mathematics. I used to top in that particular subject. So he was like, she has actually changed my mindset that a girl can't do mathematics.
अच्छा. तो फिर जैसे घर से निकलना इजी था, मतलब सीकर छोड़ के आईआईटी में एडमिशन, तो क्या कोई बोला होगा कि अरे बाहर जाएगी पढ़ने लड़की? कुछ इस प्रकार के स्टीरियोटाइप्स भी कभी फेस किए?
Yeah. So like see, Rajasthan में कोटा है, जिस दो coaching hub है, and everyone wants to go to Kota for studying. But being a female, and also because in my family no one has ever stepped out of the city to study, it was denied that you cannot go to Kota. You just study in Sikar, whatever you want to do, but do it in Sikar only. And also, like, even if you clear IIT, no one was sure first that I would clear IIT, and second, there were a lot of conditions that even if you clear, we will not send you very far off. We might send you max to Delhi, maybe, which is like 5 hours from Sikar, but we'll not send you away. So after I cleared IIT, my family was in doubt on what to do. Now she has
हम्म.
cleared also, which was not expected. Now what to
अच्छा.
do?
ओके.
So at that time, I like, to my father, it took very little convincing. I had to, let's just say that I worked hard for this opportunity, and now I have got it also. And you should have faith in me that I'll I'll not do anything which is against our family values, but I should get the chance to pursue what I'm really interested in. So, but my family, like I stay in a joint family, so they were not very supportive of it. They didn't want me to go out of the city, and not for any other reason, just because it's a very conservative family, so they're protective of their children. They don't want their children to be exposed to whatever evil world they think the world is outside.
हाँ हाँ
But
हाँ.
so just because of that, they didn't want me to go. But thanks to my father, he was supportive of me, and then he took me to IIT Guwahati and got my admission done against the family.
हाँ. ओके. बट वो फिर कॉन्वोकेशन में कैसा लगा होगा, मतलब वो फैमिली मेंबर जब आईएम अहमदाबाद का कॉन्वोकेशन हुआ होगा, तो दैट वुड हैव बीन लाइक the यूरेका मोमेंट की बॉस कहाँ
Yeah,
से स्टार्ट हुई?
after I clear, like after my MBA also, when it was the convocation time, I especially wanted my family members to come and see that what this world is, what they think is a evil world. So I wanted them to come see my college, that how huge it is, and just come out of that well which they are living in secret. So I just wanted that. So I like requested my uncle and aunt also to come to my college for my convocation, and they were just seeing the college with wide eyes. That colleges are so big and they are so huge, with such huge campus and everything, and they are men and women studying there, getting good careers in their life. So it was uh, sort of a eye opener for them also, after coming to the college and seeing how huge it is, and what big opportunity I got. So in the convocation, the first day is the award ceremony, and
हाँ.
I got two awards. One was for the academic institute scholarship for
अरे
the
वाह.
academic excellence, and second was woman all rounder for the from the FABM batch I was in.
अच्छा.
So all these, after I got all these awards, my uncle was keeping all these awards. He was very happy seeing those awards. And during my convocation, so when I was about to go to the stage and to receive my diploma certificate from Mr. Kumar Mangalam Birla, who is the chairman of who was then chairman of IIM Ahmedabad, my father was sitting like nicely on the chair and seeing me happily, while my uncle was so happy that he was running to the front to capture the same in his phone. So it was very happy and proud moment.
अरे वाह भाई, दिस इज लाइक अमेजिंग. ऐसा हो तो भाई मजा आ जाएगा ना. सही है.
Yeah, it was very happy moment. I remember clearly. And then, like after I came down from the stage, I just went to my uncle and touched his feet. And my father was like, "You are only concerned about him, that he is enjoying it or not, he is happy or not."
ओके. अच्छा साक्षी, तुमने जैसे कंसिस्टेंसी के बारे में बात बताया, देखो हर कोई तो उतना कंसिस्टेंट नहीं हो सकता, तो कुछ टिप्स दो भाई, अगर कंसिस्टेंट किसी को बनना है जीवन में तो क्या हो सकता है, बिकॉज यू हैव मास्टर्ड द आर्ट ऑफ बीइंग कंसिस्टेंट, बिकॉज यू क्रैक्ड इट, लाइक जो द टू टफ एग्जाम्स ऑफ इंडिया होता है, यू अंडरगॉन द रिगर ऑफ द टू कोर्सेज. तो क्या होगा कंसिस्टेंसी के लिए, क्या टिप्स होगा?
I am not very sure if I have any strong tip for the same, because मैंने इतना calculate करके कभी मैं consistent नहीं रही हूँ.
हाँ.
Definitely, see, it's a very long tenure, 4 years of IIT, then 2 years of MBA, फिर बाद में job में भी consistency cannot fade in. Even if the work is interesting or work is not interesting, doesn't depend. You have to perform even if work doesn't interest you. And that is why, people from these colleges do, but that is why people value any student from these colleges, because we have so many subjects and definitely we cannot have interest in every subject. But even if we have performed good, that means that shows that we are consistent. Even if we don't like certain things, we'll just do it because there are other things also which are interesting, and everything is a combined package. So I think in life, if we see everything in this frame only, that everything is a combined package. Like our future goal is a combined package of interesting things and non-interesting things, and we have to achieve our future goal. Then we have to do everything, whatever comes in the way of it, even if it doesn't interest us,
करना
but
पड़ेगा.
we should
करना है
still
तो
put
करना है.
karna padega, because our end goal is where we want to reach.
यस, एब्सोल्युटली. ये बड़ा सही है, तुमने अच्छा बताया ये पॉइंट. सो नाउ वी आर कमिंग टू द एंड. सो लास्ट क्वेश्चन, कि जॉब वर्ल्ड में जैसे तुमने कुछ रोल्स जो किए, इफ यू कैन जस्ट क्विकली इन 2-3 मिनट्स टेल अस कि क्या होता है, स्ट्रेटजी प्लानिंग क्या होता है, एग्जीक्यूटिव असिस्टेंट क्या होता है, एंड एनी एडवाइस दैट यू हैव फॉर व्यूअर्स ऑफ दिस, in fact listeners of this podcast, because today we are recording it in a podcast format. तो ये स्ट्रैटेजी रोल्स एग्जैक्टली क्या होता है और ये क्या होता है, जरा बताइए.
So strategy role, in strategy role, first thing is you should have to make strategy for any company. First, you should have very basic understanding of the business, like the understanding of the entire value chain. If you will just go and give advice to anyone without having any understanding of the business, no one will value your advice. So first thing that comes to my mind is that you should put efforts and time in first understanding the business and understanding the people. Second thing, you work along with everyone in the value chain, so that whatever strategy you are making or plan that you are making is owned by everyone. If it is not done this way, then whatever you make will not be implemented in the ground, and everything uh, will make no sense to anyone. So
Yes.
if you work with everyone and make a plan which is owned by everyone, whether you can have discussions with them, you can have arguments with them, but as a person leading the strategy, you should at least hear what everyone has to say. So if you work that way, then you can make a better strategy. And the most important element in strategy, I would say, is the implementation, which is, I feel, the most hard part also, because still making the strategy, it is still individual driven role, but while implementing, everyone is involved. So that takes more toll, because you have to keep a track with everyone what they are doing, and they are people who are into operations also, so they will have multi things to do. And why will they just make your thing a priority? So that point, if at that time you have to uh, continuously track with them, and also see their schedule, and also try to help them. Just saying that do my work first will not help. So if
That's a
I
very
think
good learning. In fact, that's a very good learning.
so, like at the start of the year, it would start with planning, and during the year, it would go into working with everyone and achieving those things. And another very important thing is that strategy seems a bigger thing, and that's the last milestone you want to reach. So you have to create smaller milestones too in between, so people can actually chase the smaller milestones, and you can actually track those smaller milestones, because if you don't do that, at the end of the year you cannot do everything all together. So you have to phase it out also. So I think these things are very important in this role.
और कभी ये मैकेंजी, बीसीजी, बेन, ये सबसे कभी काम पड़ा है? कैसा होता है ये फैंसी दुनिया? अगर क्विकली
So
बता
I'm
दो.
not worked very closely with these, but yes, uh, I got a chance to work with one of these consulting firm, and my experience was that they would actually just listen to every person in the room what they have to say, summarize it and present it. I don't see them giving lot of inputs. Their inputs would be just telling us what are the industry standards, but if we have to make the strategy, it always comes from the internal team. They just hear what internal team has to say, and summarize it basically. This is my
कई
experience.
लोग यही बोलते हैं, करेक्ट, बहुत लोग यही बोलते हैं. Okay, fair enough. Sakshi, any final thoughts, one liner that you want to share with people on this channel? I mean, it has taken me so many days to convince you to finally come on the channel. तो आज तो मेरे को एकदम गंगा नहाने का मन कर रहा है, मतलब इतना खुश हूं मैं. तो फाइनल थॉट्स.
um I think see, I think it started with IIT IIM tag का. तो मेरे लिए इतना सॉट आफ्टर नहीं था ये कि IIT जाना है, IIM जाना है. आई जस्ट वांटेड टू हैव अ गुड करियर. I just wanted to be independent, and I think as a woman, everyone should be independent. Financial independence is very important for everyone, and this was my only goal. And the entire focus was not to clear some exam. An exam cannot alone define me. The goal was to be independent and to have a good and happy career. So if you look in that frame, whether you clear IIT, whether you clear IIM, or you don't clear any of it, it's fine. If your end goal is the same, one way or other way, you will achieve it.
फैंटास्टिक. थैंक यू सो मच साक्षी. काफी मुझे भी काफी कुछ सीखने मिला आज इस छोटे से पॉडकास्ट से. एंड आई एम श्योर कि जो भी इसको सुनेगा, इट इज गोइंग टू ड्राइव होम सम कंसिस्टेंसी इन देयर लाइफ. सो आज के बाद मैं भी सोचता हूँ, अपने आप को कोशिश कराता हूँ कि थोड़ा सा कंसिस्टेंट और बनूं. Thank you, Sakshi, for joining this podcast and have a great evening ahead. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Anurag, for such humble words. Thank you.
Bye.